Hello, Giants fans. Welcome to Giants Baseball 101. I'm Gabe Vaughn, your host. The Giants lost to the Angels today, 4-3. And it really couldn't be said any stronger that the Angels are just not a team that the Giants can afford to lose to. I believe that even after today's game, the Angels are 28-42. And really, the least you could ever say about it is this just isn't right. That the Giants cannot be losing to the Angels, and yet they've dropped the first two games of this series and wasted a decent enough start from Keaton Winn and an absolutely phenomenal day from Heliot Ramos at the plate. Winn lasted 6 innings, allowing 3 runs, and Ramos, he hit a homer and 2 doubles to just drive everything in for the Giants today. And his homer, it was a 2-run shot, and he had 2 doubles later in the game. So he's 3 for 5 at the plate today. Now, currently he's batting .325, just an incredibly impactful player for the Giants. And then they went into the late innings with the game tied. Ryan Walker came up, he allowed 1 run, and it wasn't earned, but still Walker didn't deliver in the high leverage spot that the Giants needed him to deliver in the 8th inning. And so today is not only a loss for the Giants, but a 1-run loss. And I've said this before, but sometimes the 1-run games are the ones that end up making all the difference. Not always, but they sure can be. And this was just a really bad one for the Giants to drop, just based on that fact. And the fact that the Angels, they were the team to beat. But what you really see is that this year, all you really see from the Giants is that they do all kinds of things. They beat good teams, they lose to good teams. They beat bad teams, they lose to bad teams. And you really can never predict what the result of a series is going to be. That's how it's been for the Giants all throughout this year. And it's really dependent on what they can get going, and really they can have any result against any type of competition. What this has led to so far is them being close to 500, although now they've dropped a few games below that level, and it's not ground that they can't make up. But what has always been the issue that unfortunately has kept them out of the playoffs in both 2022 and 2023, well, it's inconsistency of tools. And right now in 2024, we're seeing a little bit more of that. And you can keep saying it's got to get better, but now it's really got to. And I'm not sure if it's just me, but I feel like the trade deadline is just coming up on us, maybe sooner than we know it. And it's going to be next month. This trade deadline can't be a repeat of the trade deadlines for the past 2 years. And I really don't think I can accept any, and I mean any, excuses for if it were, because there aren't any excuses left in the tank. And it would for sure be a long and hard thinking time as far as which prospects do you give up if you need to trade for somebody. That decision would not be made easily. But the reality is, when faced with the possibility of adding more superstar talent to their team, do they really need every single one of the prospects in their system? I would hold on to guys who have established themselves in the big leagues, at least for now. Like, hold on to Heliot Ramos for sure. But, I mean, even if, like, I hope I can say this, but I think honestly, even trading guys like Keaton Winn or Spencer Howard, or even they could consider even trading relievers like if for just a really good piece to the roster, depending on, and we have to understand what the transaction would actually look like first. Even if a guy like Eric Miller or Ryan Walker out of the bullpen had to go. I mean, I'm only mentioning the guys who have reached the majors right now, and that is for sure not a comprehensive discussion. But all I'm saying here is that the Giants are going to need to think about this trade deadline differently from how they've thought about it just in the past. And I know it's been a very vague discussion so far about it, and I think it's something that as we get closer, I'm going to have to get into in more detail. But for now, just introducing the things that the Giants need to be thinking about if they want to make the playoff run, that they absolutely need to make, just no question, this year. Thank you for watching. This has been Giants Baseball 101. Please subscribe if you haven't. Also, please leave your questions and comments. You know where to do it. I'll see you next time on Giants Baseball 101.